This is based on a real place, one you can still visit, where dozens of men died in brutal, grinding machinery, and where for over a century something has stayed behind, screaming through rusted iron and dragging its nails across the walls. They call it Sloss Furnaces, and it doesn't want to be forgotten. In Birmingham, Alabama, the Sloss Furnaces once roared day and night, great fire-belching monsters that turned raw ore into steel and men into ash. It was a place where you didn't work to live. You worked to survive. Barely. They say the walls would sweat in the summer. Not water, blood sometimes. That's what the workers whispered. That if you stood alone near the blast furnaces, you'd hear breathing that wasn't yours. If you ran, it followed. But the worst part wasn't the machines. It was the foreman, James Slag Wormwood. They called him Slag because his soul was already burned to the dregs. He ruled the night shift, forced men to work through unbearable heat over open pits, above vats of molten metal that could boil you alive in seconds. And when they collapsed, he'd scream that they were weak, that they deserved it. 47 men died under Slag's reign, some say more, because sometimes the bodies didn't turn up at all. And then one night, Slag fell from the highest platform into a pool of molten iron. He didn't scream, he didn't even flinch, he just dropped. Some said he slipped, others said the men pushed him, but the blast crew swore they never touched him. They said he leaned forward, all by himself, and whispered something before falling. They said he smiled. After that, the deaths didn't stop. They got worse. Workers reported being shoved hard by invisible hands. Some said they were nearly pushed into the same vats that took Slag. Others were trapped in tunnels where there was no heat, no light. But they swore they heard footsteps pacing in the dark just behind them. One man quit on the spot after something whispered in his ear, "Your skin will melt first." In 1971, a night watchman reportedly vanished without a trace. All they found was his flashlight, on upright, still glowing, just inside the mouth of one of the old furnaces. The security tape, blank, just static. People still go there today. Tourists, ghost hunters, YouTubers, some bring recorders. Most regret it, because sometimes when you play the audio back, you hear voices you didn't record. Screams, chants. One clip caught a voice saying, "Push him." Another caught a rasping whisper, "It's Slag's shift now." What's at Sloss Furnaces isn't residual energy. It doesn't just replay old tragedies. It thinks, it hates, it remembers every name, every scream, every drop of sweat and blood burned into its floors. Some say Slag never really died, that what fell into the vat that night was just a shell, that his soul soaked into the steel itself, and that now it's the place that's alive. So if you walk those rusted catwalks, past the shattered windows and dead machinery, listen close. You might hear footsteps behind you. You might feel hot breath on your neck. And if something grabs you from behind and shoves hard, don't turn around, don't scream. That's what it wants.